Alright, we got the Aspen in the shop today. Been having issues with the driver's side window. The switch not working, rolling it up, staying down. So I got a new switch. Let's figure out how to get the door panel removed and get that switch replaced. So the switch is sporadic at best. Sometimes you can push the auto down, it'll go down. So I'm coming up with it, it's not coming up. You got to wiggle on it a little bit. So that's the issue. Let's see what we got to do to replace it. So to replace the switch, the door panel does have to be removed. There is a couple Phillips screws down along the bottom. Those are going to have to be taken out. And then behind the door handle, there's a little cover. Just use a little plastic tool. Should be able to pop that thing out. So let me get that popped out and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so to get this cover off, I'm going to end up using a little pocket screwdriver. And you should just be able to get right in there and pop this cover out. And there should be a Phillips. So there's a Phillips screw there, and then the two at the bottom. We'll get those pulled out and this door panel should come up and off. Okay, that's one. And the two at the bottom. Okay, that's one. And that's the second one. Alright, I had to relocate. It was way too hot in the shop. It was over 100 degrees. Okay, so two screws at the bottom are out and the screw up by the handle that was behind the cover. So let's get the door panel removed off of this. The door panel should just lift straight up and pull out a little. Okay, so once the door panel is pulled out, there's this little clip down here that goes onto the door handle lever. Okay. Once you spread that little clip apart where it's holding on that rod will come right out. And the next step is to unplug the switch. Okay, up here on the switch, there's 3 plugs. There's just be a little tab on it. Push it in, pull it out. And then the front one is for your mirrors. And the door panel is off. So that's the switch we're going to replace. Let's get that pulled out. Alright, so you get the switch housing out. There's an orange tab here, 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 here. Depress all those in, and this whole thing's going to slide right up. Okay, switch is out, so now we can depress all these and the window switch itself will come out. So let's do that. Also, I just want to note, this door panel hangs on the door with all of those little hooks. So that plus the 3 screws, that's the only thing that holds that thing on. Okay, the old switch. I'm going to take a little plastic screwdriver and just kind of work my way around, coming up over these little tabs that are on it. Might take just a bit to get it. Just don't want to go too much or you're going to break them. So that was that side. That side. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it in focus of the camera. So that is all of them. So here's the interior trim piece with the window switch. Sorry, the mirror switch. And here's the old window switch. Okay, well, if you want, you can pause the video. That is the part number for the new switch. So it's a good idea to go ahead and take the new one out, take it out of the box, and just compare it with the old one. So everything looks about the same. Make sure the pins, those all appear to be the same. They do. That new switch is a whole lot crisper. Okay, well, I'm going to get this popped into the cover and we'll get it put back in the door panel. Okay, going back to the others, just as simple. That switch is going to slide up in here and lock into these 6 little tabs. Oops, sorry. Trying to watch what I'm doing, but watch it through the camera makes it a little more difficult. Okay, so that is put back together with the new switch. Okay, so I'm going to take this, stick it back through the top of the door panel, and then we'll move the door panel back up here, plug everything in, hang it back up. Okay, all that is as simple as sticking the back in and pushing it down. Okay, it is clipped back into the door panel. Now we'll get this thing hung, get it plugged back in, and mount it back up. Alright, let's see if we can get all this on film. We got the door panel with the new switch. Let's plug in the mirror switch. This is for the locks and for the windows. Okay, all that is clicked in. Now what we're going to do is reattach the lever for the door handle. So that'll just push down in there. Okay. And then pick it back up over the lock. And just kind of hold it up close. One of those little plastic deals is kind of hanging up on us. Okay, so the door panel is stuck back on. Now all we got to do is finish putting the screws back in it. That screws in. This little tab or cover. That's all it is. Fit right back up in there and snap in place, and good as new. Okay, now we'll get the bottom bolts in. Now I'm putting this door panel on. It shouldn't take that much effort, but there's little plastic hooks that hold up on the door. Those could hang you out. You just got to make sure all of them's in. If this door panel isn't up tight against the door, then one of them's holding you out. You just have to take it back off and get it put back in. Okay, well, if there's any doubts, you could have tried the switch when you plugged it in, but with this being new, and I'm pretty confident that was the whole issue. Auto works, passenger side auto works, up. Auto, driver side rear, passenger side rear, all those work. Door locks work. Alright, fun fact, if the key's in the ignition and it is turned on, it won't lock with the door open. But that switch works, and the window lock switch works. So that's all there is to it, to pull the door panel and change the window switch on a 2008 Chrysler Aspen. Anyways, if you found any of this helpful or beneficial, just please give the video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.